What's up guys, MD here, and today I am going to be showing you guys my Red Eyes deck, but I'm going to be doing it online. Do it a little differently here, and I'm going to be doing some battles with it as well, just to show you guys the power behind it and all that awesome stuff. So this is actually one of my personal favorite decks. Not really so much that it's like competitive or anything, but that it is incredibly fun, and with all the recent support we've gotten from a few sets, it can actually do some really crazy stuff, and it can definitely win games. But obviously, as I said, it's not competitive, so this isn't something you want to take to a YCS or a big regional. But if you just want to have a night of fun with your friends, or if you want to take it to a smaller tournament, then it's definitely not a bad choice. It's a very cheap deck. Like, none of the cards here are really all that expensive, especially thanks to some reprints, and it's just very straightforward and very, very fun. So, gonna get right into the profile here. We start here with 3 Red Eyes Black Dragons here, of course. It's the core staple of the deck, and this basically all your players revolve around this card right here. Or you can make it revolve around Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon. Now, you see Gemini there. What that means is that when it's special summoned, it's not immediately an effect monster. It's, as it says right here, it's treated as a normal monster while face up on the field or in the graveyard. But basically, once it's on the field, you can do an extra normal summon for it, but that counts as your normal summon for turn. But when you normal summon it, it gains its Gemini effect. And this one just so happens to be to where if you attack at all with this card, then you can burn your opponent for its original attack. So even if you attack, like say, a 2000 attack monster for 400 damage, after that, you're gonna burn your opponent for 2400, so that's pretty dang good. Yeah. Another really cool thing about this deck is that it's not mainly a burn deck, but it has a lot of burn to it, which is really, really cool. So 2 copies of this card. I've seen some people run 3 of it, which if you guys want to run 3 of it, be my guest. It's a pretty good card, though I just like it at 2. That's just my own personal thing. Next up here we have the Black Stone of Legend. Now, when this card first came out, guys, and everyone thought Red Eyes was going to be a really good thing, this card was so expensive. Like, we're talking 30-40 minimum. And as the weeks and months went by, people realized that Red Eyes just wasn't really possible to play, and everything started dropping except for this card. Like, long after the Red Eyes hype was dead, this card was still like a $40 card, which for the life of me, I could not understand why. But thankfully, we now have gotten the legendary decks too. I don't know why I almost forgot what it was for a second, but no, yeah. Ever since we got the Yugi's legendary deck 2, this was a reprint in that. So card has dropped significantly in price, and it's much more affordable now. Now, here's what the effect is. Whenever it's on the field, you tribute it, and you can special summon a level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from your deck. Pretty good there. But it also has a second effect to where you could target a level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, and put the Black Stone back into your hand. But you can only choose one of those effects to use per turn. You can't do each effect per turn, which is really unfortunate because that would be so good. But hey, what can you do? Alright, next up here I run 2 copies of Meteor Red Dragon Red Eyes Impact. A little bit of a strange name, but it's actually a pretty decent card. Same thing as before with the Red Eyes Black Flare. It is a Gemini monster, means it needs a second normal summon to get its effect. Then the effect is okay. Basically, other Red Eyes monsters you control can't be destroyed by battle card effects. Not bad, but you really don't want to waste a normal summon for this one. Mainly because there's much better things to be doing. This is mainly your fusion material of the deck to get out this guy right here, which I'll go into more detail in a little bit. So yeah, he's basically a level 6 fusion material. And next up here we run 2 copies of Red Eyes Retro Dragon. I swear Tracer was a much better name. But it's a pretty neat little hand trap. Basically, when your Red Eyes monster or monsters get destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you special that from your hand, and and you could basically re-special summon all those monsters that were just destroyed. So it's really, really cool. It also has the second effect where you tribute it. You normal summon a Red Eyes during your main phase, in addition to a normal summon, which not bad, but you rarely ever use that effect. It's mainly there just as a hand trap, and a dang good one, if I might say. I actually ran 3 of this card at one point, just because it was so good, but if you guys prefer 2, that's up to you. Do you 2? But I would not go to 1 on this card. Some people do it. I don't agree with it. Alright, next up here we have 2 copies of Black Metal Dragon. Though a monster, this is really just like a spell card, because you equipped it to your Red Eyes monsters, except for Red Eyes. I don't even know why they bother putting it except for Red Eyes Black Chick. No one would even play that card anyway, honest, in my opinion. Even if these things didn't apply to Red Eyes Black Chick, no one would play it. Doesn't even matter anyway because the name's changed, but oh well, I'm getting off topic here. Basically, it's an equipped spell card that you equip to a Red Eyes monster, and it gains 600 attack. And if that card is sent from field to graveyard, you could add a Red Eyes card from your deck to your hand. So basically, once you equip, like say, a normal Red Eyes Dragon, not only does it become a 3000 attacker, but if it's destroyed, it gives you a search. So you probably definitely have to be careful with that. And you could equip 2 of these to 1 Red Eyes monster. So they destroy that 1 monster, that gives you 2 searches. So they definitely need to be careful with that. And last up for monsters, we run 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Amazing, amazing card. Basically a special summon from your graveyard every turn with it. So really, really good. Alright, and that does it for the monsters. Gonna go into the little spells here. We got 3 Allure Darkness. It's just standard stuff. Banish a Dark, draw 2. Great that we have it at 3. Upstart's self-explanatory. Draw 1, opponent gains 2. Now 2 cards of the Redstone. Now this is the draw card exclusive to Red Eyes. You send a Red Eyes monster from your hand to graveyard, draw 2 cards. Then you have the option of sending a Red Eyes from your deck to graveyard. So definitely really good deck thinner. And next up here we have 2 Red Eyes Fusion. Now you might be wondering why only 2. I mean, Red Eyes Fusion is a really good card because unlike most things, it lets you use stuff from your deck as fusion materials, which is really, really good. But I only run 2 because while it's nice, the whole deck is not based around fusion. And what's interesting to know is that like whatever monster you use to summon with this card right here, its name becomes Red Eyes Black Dragon. So let's say you summon this guy right here. Since his name is now Red Eyes Black Dragon, you gain the effects of Black Metal Dragon and all the good stuff with Red Eyes. So really, really good there. 1 for 1, obvious reason, just to be able to special summon this guy. Now 3 Return the Dragon Lords. Really, really good card. Most people only think to play as a Blue Eyes and the Felgrant deck, but look what it says right there. Level 7, level 8. Ooh, what's that? A normal dragon? Ooh, what's that? Level 7. Boom. There you go. Works perfectly fine in Red Eyes as well. And not to mention being able to protect yourself from destruction. Really, really good. Next up here we run 2 Inferno Fire Blast. Really, really neat card right here. This goes more towards the burn area that I was telling you guys about. So where you could target a Red Eyes Black Dragon you control, oops, sorry, and it burns it for the original attack. But the Red Eyes Black Dragons can't attack that turn. So being able to burn for 24 isn't bad, but Red Eyes Fusion, this becomes Red Eyes Black Dragon. Inferno Fire Blast, you just automatically burn your opponent for 3,500 if you're not able to attack it to them that turn. So very neat card there as well. And I was running 1 Dragon's Mirror just to get myself an extra fusion summon of whatever I may need out of here. And red 3, Red Eyes Insight, probably one of the best cards that we've been needing for this deck for quite some time now. So basically you send a Red Eyes from your hand or deck to graveyard, and then you could search for any spell or trap with Red Eyes in the name and add it to your hand. So you could search off your fusion, search off your, no, not your fusion, search out your fusion, search out some of the traps here as well. So there's a good amount of stuff here that you could search. So definitely good to have. 2 Twin Twisters just to get rid of back row, obvious. Regeki, clears board, really, really good. 1 Red Eye Spirit and 1 Return of the Red Eyes. Now, Return of Red Eyes is basically your continuous Call of the Haunted, except you can use it every turn, and it won't get destroyed if this card is destroyed. Matter of fact, quite the opposite. If this is destroyed, you can special summon a card with it, so really, really cool. And Red Eye Spirit, just an automatic special summon of a Red Eyes. So, 1 Solemn Strike and 1 Solemn Warning, obvious reasons. Solemns need to go in every deck just to stop your opponent from carrying out their plays. And 1 Oasis of Dragon Souls. Basically, as I said, another Call of the Haunted of the deck. Except you could except you special summon them in defense position, so definitely good there for not taking damage. Alright, now let's go into the extra deck. First of all, here, 2 Meteor Black Common Dragon. Very, very good monster here. Like, I don't even run the Arcfiend Black Skull anymore just because this guy is so much better. Basically, when it's fusion summoned, you send any of your Red Eyes monsters to the graveyard, and you could burn your opponent for half of that. So, say you send a Red Eyes Black Dragon there, boom, you burn it for 1200. Send this big guy there, which you really don't want to, but if you have to, you could send him and burn it for 14. But he also has the really cool effect to where if he's destroyed by anything, you can special summon a normal monster from your graveyard. So, basically, if I've actually had scenarios to where not only have I had this guy out, but I've had 2 of the Black Metal Dragons, and my opponent was foolish enough to destroy it. So not only did I get a special summon from my graveyard, I got 2 searches. So really, really awesome there. And he is a level 8 dragon. You know what that means? Yep. Which is another reason why I'm running this guy over Arcfiend, because Arcfiend's a level 9 and can't not take use of Return of Dragon Lords. Alright, so next up for the other fusion monsters I run, these are all targets for my Dragon's Mirror. First of the dragons, not many people play this card, but it's actually pretty neat. To where you can only control 1 first of the dragons, obviously, but it can't be destroyed by battle except by another normal monster, and is unaffected by other monster effects. So, it's basically a 2700 beat stick that is not going to go anywhere unless your opponent plays normal monsters. Now, outside of, let's say, Metal Foes, for example, there's not really too many decks out there that play normal monsters, so get this guy out and you're pretty set. 5-Headed Dragon. Now, this is just when you purely need just high damage. To where, if you guys can see, 5,000 attack and defense. Dang. And it cannot be destroyed by battle with an Earth, Fire, Wind, or Water, or Dark monster, which that's a lot of the meta right now. So, Big Beat Stick can't be destroyed by a lot of things, so definitely really good. And last up for Fusion, I run Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Now, this guy is very splashable in many, many decks because the fusion requirements are just the 2 dark monsters. And as you guys can see here, everything here is dark. So, and he has a couple of cool effects. When he's special summoned, you get to target a special summon monster your opponent controls, and you gain that attack till the end of your turn. Not to mention, you could also steal one of your opponent's monster's effects and add it to him for the rest of that turn. And another so really cool effect that if your opponent somehow manages to destroy this guy, he acts as a Regeki for all your opponent's special summon monsters. So really, really awesome there. Love this card so much. Alright, now to our XCs, we got 2 Red Eyes Flare Metal, probably one of the best extra deck monsters we've got. So right here it's generic to level 7. And did I just get rid of it? Why did I just get rid of it? Ah! That was very weird of me, sorry. But basically this burns your opponent for 500 every time they do anything, basically. So really, really good to special summon out late game when you're just a few hundred points away from winning. And not to mention, a lot of people forget about this, but as long as this guy has Xyz material, he cannot be destroyed by card effect, which is super good. And also, you detach once per turn, and then you can special summon a Red Eyes from normal from your graveyard. So, really, really good level 7 Xyz. Arguably one of the best rank 7s we have in the game. Next up, I run 2 copies of Big Eye, obvious for any deck that runs level 7s, just to be able to steal one of your opponent's monsters, super good. Also run one Utopia Beyond because I do have 2 level 6 monsters, and I figured this was probably the easiest rank 6 to put in here. I mean, you could also put Photon Strike Bouncer if you prefer, but I like this guy. Pretty cool. And now for rank 4s, we got Dark Rebellion, got Silent Honor 101 Arc, Stealth, obvious stuff, Dagusto Emerald, and Gaga Cowboy. All basically core stuff for rank 4s. So, there goes the deck profile there, and now we're going to do a battle or 2. Alright, and hopefully the Duelist out want to play at this time. Let's hope they want to play. Yeah, and I picked a pretty good time because I know a lot of the players usually get on around this time. It's actually like almost 11:30. That time is, there we go. See that, look at that, we already got somebody. Now all I gotta do is click the check mark, there we go. And we are going to choose to go second. Because with Red Eyes, you do not really want to go first. But there's ways to work around if we had to go first. But luckily for us, we don't have to. Alright, so... Ooh, we're facing Magician Girls. Interesting. Very interesting. Curious to see how this is going to turn out, because I know there's actually a couple of versions of Magician Girls. There's the splaying out flat out Magician Girl with Dark Magician Girl. There's Shadolls with it. And I believe you could possibly even play this with Invoked if you really wanted to. So there's definitely more than a few things you can do. Yeah, right, so I will definitely use that effect. It's not bad as the graveyard. And we're going to play Red Eyes Fusion, send you, and you to graveyard to special summon. And we're going to use the effect. Hopefully that's not a... Yep, that's a solemn. That is a solemn, though. That's alright, though. That is quite alright. So set, and we're gonna pass. Yeah, don't worry, we still got plenty of ways to come around from this. We are nowhere near beaten yet. So it looks like my opponent's gonna get off yet another search. Last time he searched for chocolate, Magician Girl, he might search off the kiwi this time. Though I could be wrong. Though his best bet will probably be search for a kiwi. Taking a little bit there. I don't know, it might be the computer. Who knows for sure? Yep, I totally called it. There is the Kiwi Magician Girl. So if I get into them, it's gonna be a little bit difficult. Alright. Gonna activate Return to Red Eyes. Though this only really works if I control a Red Eyes monster. Which that's completely fine. Because we are about to be controlling a Red Eyes monster right here. And luckily, since we did not use our normal summon, gonna go ahead and do this for normal summon, activate our trap card. I thought my opponent had a response to that for a second. Alright. So my opponent has a kiwi. Now the question is how many kiwis? You know what, we're gonna play it safe. We're gonna try to dig for a Regeki. Alright, so send the Tracer to graveyard. Get out Fusion. Let's play Allure. Play you. Come on, let's get a Regeki, come on. You know what, I can work with this too. I could work with this too. I'll get rid of Fusion. And, ooh, Magician's Circle, okay, that might not have been a bad thing to destroy then. Alright, so with that, gonna go into our battle phase. And I could predict they're going to activate the Kiwi effect. Or activate that effect. Alright, let's see if it's about to tag into that one. Probably gonna be the same thing. Yep. Ooh. Actually, no. Because now that I know there's a Kiwi in hand, that would definitely be very dangerous to attack that now. Alright. So what we're going to do here is get out our Big Eye. And we're going to take their strongest Magician Girl. And just gonna end our turn with that. And let's see what my opponent has in response to this. Now I'm gonna probably guess he's going to play his Chocolate Magician Girl now. Or pass. One of those two. Or hey, unless he has some weird thing planned. I don't know. Like I said, there's a few different ways this deck could be killed, but it looks like it's the Dark Magician Girl build. So that's still pretty cool to see, because I don't see too many Magician Girl builds here, but the ones I do are usually Shadalls. Because I know that's a pretty nifty thing too. And though while I haven't seen an invoked Magician Girl deck yet, it would totally make sense. Because all the Magician Girls, you have different types to them. And ooh. Hello. I did not see that coming. Alright, respect. Give him respect. Playing the channel mascot there. Alright, alright. So he is definitely going to be able to get rid of the Dark Magician Girl. Which... well, this could still be knockout. Yep. Wait, what? I guess my opponent didn't do the math correctly. Because I thought for sure with all of those Magician Girls around that he'd get a knockout with that. But, well, looks like poor judgment and math have saved me this time. Just weird because that's usually the death of me. Alright. So we're going to activate the effect here. Take that Dark Magician for ourselves. And we're going to play Dragon's Mirror. And we can get out any of these that we want. That's awesome. Which, of course, we're going to get out 5-headed dragon. And... looks like he was just going to surrender anyway. Let's see, yeah, 75, yep, that would have done it. That definitely would have done it. So, as you guys can see, Red Eyes definitely has some potential. Again, not really a competitive deck per se, but hey, who knows? Red Eyes definitely has the potential to be worthless to a possible Rogue competitive deck. Personally, that's where I would rate Red Eyes. Rogue, but the right player can definitely make it work. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're all new to the channel. And let me know what you guys think of this new style of me doing videos. Do you guys want to see more of the online stuff and live battles? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I will definitely take your guys' consideration into what you would want to see. So, this has been Magician's Descendant, and I will catch you duelists later.